Ooh, look how we have here, all curled up and crying pathetically in a corner. Such a state is perfect for you, commoner. What? Didn't think anyone would come find you like this? Or was it specifically me finding you that's got you shaking like a leaf? Leave you alone? Now why would I do that? And miss out on such a wonderful show? Miss out on getting to watch the weight of all I've done crash down upon you and you realize you never stood a chance against me? Now I could never do such a thing. Never. Ever. I must say, I really outdid myself. Making sure you tripped and spilled hot tea over the ambassador and his son. Switching your poetry book at the last minute so that you'd mess up your recital in front of the Duke's heir. And best of all, ever so slightly undoing the threads on your ball gown skirt, so that when it came time for you to dance with the prince at his gala, it all fell apart. Literally and figuratively. I must say, I am quite proud at pulling it all off. Time after time, you've embarrassed yourself in front of such important figures, dragging down the reputation of the school with you. Though, of course, people have been very quick to pin it all on your upbringing. Of course, the commoner was the one who did all that. The principal really shouldn't have allowed her to transfer to this school, whether she was a magical genius or not. And well, I wasn't above having my posse fan those rumors. And now you only have two options left. Suffer your way through the rest of school, knowing everyone despises you, and the rich men you were trying so desperately to cozy up to for a better life want nothing to do with you. Or go back home in shame, admit to yourself, your friends, and your family, back at your backwater town, that you were too much of a fish out of water to properly make something of yourself. Or you could go with the secret third route. The only reason you were going after those pigs was for their money, right? I had my father do a background check on you. Your mother's financial situation is quite fraught, shall we say? She's just one extra bill away from complete and utter poverty. But the second you got the acceptance letter to the school, you realized you could use it to your advantage. Find someone rich enough, stable rich enough, and all your mother's issues would go away. What a good daughter you are. Of course, the fact that you'd be living a life of luxury totally didn't factor into it at all. It was only coincidence you went after the most influential people at the school, right? I'm bringing this up because you seem to have forgotten I exist. I tried to approach you on your first day here, remember? I tried extending you an olive branch, but you took one look at me, noticed my newly done hair, my freshly painted nails, how my uniform had not a single wrinkle in sight, how the gems in my necklace and earrings would probably pay for your mother's rent for the rest of her life. And you wrote me off as a rival. You never thought to consider someone of the same gender, did you? Because I think you're fascinating. You hide behind a facade. You took advantage of everyone's assumptions. You allowed them to think you were the naive, kind-hearted country girl who was simply trying to make something of herself in an earnest, independent way, and that, if everything went according to plan, had simply struck lucky by catching the eye of one of the 3 most influential men at this school. Unfortunately for you, it didn't work out that way. And now, that reputation of being from the countryside has flipped to everyone assuming the worst of you. But I could change that. I could pin it all on someone else. I would never admit to the guilt myself. But I could turn your whole life around once more. Started off simple, ended up as a nuisance, but can still be transformed into a star. I suppose simply calling it fascination isn't quite true. After all, if that was all it was, I would have just continued to observe you. I would have treated it like a show, something to break up the monotony of everyday school life. But I started to realize as the days went on, I wasn't satisfied being a casual observer of your life. I wanted to be the one driving it. I wanted to be the one who would help you rise, not those boys. I was going to transform myself into a pivotal part of your life, to the point where you'd beg for my help. And I think I've accomplished that, yes. Yes, I suppose sick enjoyment is a good way to put it. I won't deny that. But you do need my help, don't you? Quite desperately. So, if you would be so kind as to allow me onto your stage, allow me to direct your lights, change the backdrop, and enthrall your audience once more. If you want to get back to being a genius magician in the making, score a comfortable life for your mother and a luxurious future for yourself, all you have to do is beg for mercy. Thank you for listening to my ASMR. If you like this video, please make sure to press the like button and consider commenting about what you liked best. If you'd like to listen to more right away, please check out my playlists for all kinds of ASMRs, so you can choose what suits you best. Please consider supporting me by subscribing, or helping my channel further by donating to my Ko-fi. Thank you to those who already have, such as Matt Pam, Cursed Traveller, Zero Overlord 250, The Host, Crayfish 141, Travis Umbra, Mabu Nakal, It's Just Diana Now, Carnabuncle, and the founder SCPF. And an extra special thank you to my channel members, such as Staljo, Evagio, Matt Pam, Carnabuncle, Claxus, Diamond, Obsessive Boyfriend, Travis Umbra, Ouroboros Rule, Seri, Chimera Guy, Taku, and Cam Reynolds 456492. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.